a grown man said they offered the woman, do you want pepper soup? And they did not offer him. Like, the whole essence of a marriage in the first place is partnership. When someone gets pregnant, you literally have one leg in life, one leg knocking at the door of death. You are supposed to carry the load of your partner when they cannot. Hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. You already know it's your girl Rose. How are you doing? A discourse went around the internet sometime, I think last week, whereby Maraji reacted to a video. This video.
Let's watch this video together, shall we?
When there's pregnancy and all that, everybody focuses the attention to the mother. I'm not saying...
As to what? As to focus the attention on you?
But in the old time, nobody pays attention to the guy.
Father. Are you pregnant?
The day I had my son, I did not sleep. For like 12 hours.
Even my mother, the day I was giving birth, she did not sleep. I literally begged this woman, please sleep, because we left her with my other two boys. Please sleep, because you really want to take care of them during the day. This woman, she prayed throughout the night. Prayer. I trust that woman. Hypertension won't finish them. There are pregnant women that vomit from beginning of pregnancy to the end of pregnancy. Daddy, what do you mean by 12 hours?
I know I had my son, everybody was happy. Nobody really asked me, Guy, how are you?
I don't know where this man is coming from, but if you do, please explain. You had your son, nobody's asking you how are you. Is it how are you that's going to be telling you congratulations?
Close to 48 hours, not closing my eyes.
Daddy! The problem here is not the fact that you went through things. The problem is that you're trying to compare, trying to vis-a-vis. They are telling your wife how are you and they're not telling you how are you.
Like I made that tweet online and it went viral that time. I said, nobody will tell you that husband is just a title. You are a glorified errand boy.
Would you have wanted to breastfeed instead? No, which one would you have preferred? It's like somebody comparing cancer to malaria. It's kind of crazy. I feel like he's making light of the fact that it is such a honor to be able to serve your wife and your family in this time, especially because men barely do anything in pregnancy. You are not carrying the child, you're not giving birth to the child, you're not pushing the child, you're not being cut open, you don't have to lose the weight, you don't have to carry the mommy pouch, you don't have to have diastasis recti. There's barely anything a man can do during pregnancy. So the only thing you can do is to be of service to your wife in that time.
Why the care and attention is going to the wife for a pepper soup, mogi, you know, for the breast milk and all that? You.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
I swear daddy wants to breastfeed. I feel like it's fine, it's valid that men talk about, you know, how hard it is to have a newborn baby, especially when you're a very active father. But comparing it to what your wife went through, asking for the kind of care she's getting, nobody cares for you when everybody's caring for her. Nobody asks you how you are doing when everybody's catering to her. You know, everybody's taking care of her because she has to, you know, produce breast milk. Nobody's asking you how are you because you've not slept for 12 hours. Daddy, it's the comparison that's the problem.
It brought up a lot of controversy. She was asking the man, like, why should people ask you how are you? Are you the one that gave birth, you know? Do you want to breastfeed? It be like say you want breastfeed. This one way they find pepper soup to produce breast milk and all that, you know. And she did it in a very light-hearted note, but she was trying to pass a message which I got perfectly, you know. Like, how can you compare? She kept saying it. How can you compare what your wife went through with, you know, you say you didn't sleep for, was it 12 hours when the day the wife gave birth? There were many reactions that trailed Maraji's, you know, reaction to that video. A lot of people came out bashing her. Easy where they came out saying a lot.
Maraji, this video where you do now, nonsense video now you do. I think you should be ashamed of yourself as a mother and as a wife. It just shows how much you really care about your husband's mental health and physical health. You and your husband find yourself in the same situation. How you go tell me, say, are you the one pregnant? Do you know the mental toll where they take on a man if his wife get belly? Some women know they feel get up during pregnancy. Now their husband, they A to Z. This thing you said, it disgusts my ear. I don't know when na feminine you be. When you carry this feminine thing to? Are you not humanist? You should be a humanist. My mental health deteriorates when the woman get belly. They go through exact the same thing, if not more, when the wife is pregnant. Like I said, many women not if you get up. Now their husband, they A to Z. And you are here talking about, are you pregnant? Are you sick? Now, Bella, you get, are you sick? Yeah, if not so, are you sick? You are pregnant. Our mother used to say, now Bella, you get, you not sick. If you want to say men's mental health and their physical health no matter during their wife being pregnant, they are in the same boat. Now the woman just carry, and yes, man get mental stress where they carry follow him. Don't say that again. This video disgusts me. More for me, my pass.
Solomon Buchi came out saying a lot.
I don't agree.
You are not carrying the child.
Maraji, you know you're my guy, but I don't agree. And the reason I'm making this video is it's not even about your video, it's about the comments. People are calling the guy a narcissist, he's just seeking attention, they pity his wife. Very, very extreme from women. When my wife was pregnant, it was a very tough pregnancy, and I know how much I went through. The constant anxiety, am I going to lose my wife and my child? Seeing my wife in such a very fragile state, she's, crying and just having different weird symptoms, definitely made me lose sleep. Yes, the woman is the one carrying the child, but we need to remember that the man is the one being strong for the family in that moment. There were times when we went to the hospital and certain concerns were raised, and I had to be strong even though I was really, really worried. It did a number on me. Having to do everything in the house, we moved houses, I packed everything. And this is not about complaining or saying, but that's what you have to do. We need to understand the duality of the human experience. It's possible for you to do what is rightly your obligation, and it's also possible for that obligation to tire you out or to make you feel tired, lonely. And I don't think he compared his experiences. He said, nobody asked me, how are you? And that's a very valid concern. And this is not to say that pregnant wives don't go through stuff. Of course, I have a child. I saw my wife, go through pregnancy, and I know what it means. But men also have feelings. Men are not robots. Men are not trees. Men should also be spoken to in a manner that acknowledges that they are also part of that journey, right? And just because he's not the one carrying the child does not mean he's not doing something. It's very unfair to tell men to be expressive and then in that same light invalidate the concerns of expressive men.
And this is just my 2 cents, to that. First of all, the fact that there is a comparison is wild, is madness. Why should you compare what a woman goes through during childbirth and what a man, the mental load the guy carries? Why should that be a comparison? I don't think anybody ever died from carrying a mental load, from thinking. We live in a society whereby there are certain roles, okay? There are certain roles. The woman is expected to do some roles. The man is expected, he has his roles, like providing for the family. The woman is supposed to carry a pregnancy, nurture that baby, and then still provide for the family as well. That's his joints, because it's joints, okay? The economy has made it in such a way that only the man's provision, unless the man is an odogu, all right? So the woman is expected to support or help financially. So the man has one job, and that one job is bringing finances to the family, and then the woman has to get pregnant, carry the pregnancy, give birth to the pregnancy, most of the time leave her work and take care of that baby, make sure the home is in order, and then after all this she still has to provide, like and then the one time that she needs to take time off to take care of the baby, somebody comes out to say that the pepper soup they are offering to the woman should have been offered to him. Like, guys, this is madness. This is madness. It was crazy for that discussion to even be had, because it shows what our thought processes is of this whole thing called love and marriage. The fact that that discussion even had to be had, it tells you the problem. The guy said, or people that came to defend him, Solomon, the likes of Solomon Buchi, Easy Idogi Ogbeide and all that, said they're talking about men's mental health, okay? And that the fact that the guy is complaining, it's a good thing. Men should let others know how they feel. Guess what? Nobody is disputing the fact that men are not going through a lot. But like that video said, The fact that there was a comparison is the problem. The time of pregnancy, growing a baby, bringing that baby to life, nurturing the baby is a lot. And it takes a total strain on both the health, mental, physical, emotional health on any mother that is going through that. And the whole essence of a union in the first place is that two becomes one, and naturally by saying that, that means two should go through the issue together, right? And going through it doesn't necessarily mean both of them are pregnant at the same time. Okay, one person can carry the mental load while the other person is struggling. And at that juncture, at the point of you lightening the load of somebody, let me give an example. You meet an old woman along the road struggling with a basket, trying to put a big basket on the head, and she's old and she's frail, and let's assume you have some conscience and you choose to help lighten that load, and you leave that basket on top of your own head, okay, for her. So she has to walk, struggle with her walking and all that, while you have to struggle with the weight of the basket. If at every junction, every point you get, okay, you keep doing ouch, ouch, oh, to the extent that the woman now say, okay, my darling, bring down the load, I go manage. It defeats the whole purpose of you carrying that load in the first place. But if you carry it with grace, even if it is heavy or it is weighty, you understand, because the whole goal was to help, and that is what you're trying to do. I don't know if you get the analogy I'm trying to make. So in a union, one person is going through something, and it is the job. The fact that you even have to ask for accolades is sick and crazy. It is the job of the other person to hold things down while one person is going through something. That is why it said that in marriage is 100-100. It's not 50-50. It's 100-100. But on days when one person cannot be 100, the other person can be, it can be 70-30. It can be 80-20. It can be 90-10. But one person always has to hold it down. That is what it is supposed to be. So the fact that there's even a discussion of somebody saying they asked one person if she wants pepper soup, they didn't ask him. When I watched that video, it was appalling, to say the least. The fact that a grown man will come out and make those kind of utterances, it first of all shows you, the kind of person that he is, comparing. A lot of people who were defending him said he's not comparing. He literally put one thing against the other. And for those who went to school and who know what comparison means, is outlining the physical attributes or whatever of one and outlining the other, and let's try and see which one. That is comparison, and that's exactly what he did. This message goes out to everyone out there, whether in committed relationships, marriages, whatever. The whole essence of a marriage in the first place is partnership. You are supposed to carry the load of your partner when they cannot. Mental load, emotional load, physical load, spiritual load. That is what partnership. And it is madness for you to do that and then ask for accolades or appreciation. You are literally doing what you're supposed to do. Another example I give you, we have a couple, okay, and then the man falls very seriously ill, and the woman is supposed to run around, take care. The man is incapacitated, so he can't move, he can't do anything, he's just bedridden. And then the woman has to pick up the slack of, taking care of the children, covering the financial needs, taking care of the man as well. And the woman has to do the heavy lifting, cleaning him down, exercising his legs to make sure that, they don't atrophy and all that. Now, is the woman stressed? Of course she is. But in the presence of the partner, you now sit and start complaining of your stress in the presence of somebody who is bedridden, probably maybe even had an accident and can't use his legs. So how can you compare your stress level to the person who is worried? Will I survive? Will I survive this? Will I ever walk again? That person is going through a crazy amount of emotional, drainage, torture. And then the person who is sane, who is okay physically, but who is going through another type of stress, will now be highlighting their stress in presence of the other. Do you understand what I'm saying? So how dare you? The moment you try to compare, you invalidate even your struggle. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I hope what this message is supposed to do, it actually does. In a marriage, both people go through stress, especially men who are present for, their wives and all that. They go through the stress as well. But you can never ever compare the stress that the person who is literally fighting for the life, when someone gets pregnant, you literally have one leg in life, one leg knocking at the door of death. When you successfully give birth, you recover from postpartum stress and all that, then you have brought your two legs back to life. So how can somebody that is literally fighting for their lives, and somebody comes out to say, na belle you get, not be disease, not be sickness? That was the most insensitive thing to say, because I have had 3 kids. All my pregnancies were sickness for me, and I say it with my full chest. I would be bedridden. I would lie down on this bed. For the first 5 months of my pregnancy, I can't do anything. I'm vomiting my lungs 24/7. I can't even look at a phone, because for some strange reason, looking at a phone screen, I don't know what that has gotten, phone screen, TV screen, laptop screen, anything screen, triggers me throwing up. Then somebody, you want to downplay the weight of what people go through in pregnancy because you want to make a point. Like, guys, stop it. Stop it. People go through hell and back just to bring life into this world. And the one thing that the partner can do for them is carry whatever load is left to carry, and carry it happily and joyfully, because you both are going through something. But the fact that you feel the need to come and stand and compare and say they did not give you pepper soup, they didn't ask you how you are doing. Kai. Discourses like this have to be had from time to time, so that we really see where people's head are at. We really see where people's head are at. The fact that a discussion should be had about this topic shows that the real meaning of marriage is not even understood. You carry each other's stress when the other is stressed. Both people come back from work stressed. One was abused at work, the other one went through a lot at work. They are both stressed. But partners should get to the point whereby you can see that, okay, I think I can handle my stress. Let me see if I can make my partner feel better. It is selflessness. You have to be selfless. That talk, that person thought, that is selfishness. Because is it the woman that is going through all that she's going? Anyway, he didn't even make reference to the partner. He said outside that she come and give him pepper soup and ask him, how are you? The care that is being given to the woman, the care is not even for the woman herself. It is for the baby. When I gave birth to my last baby, shout out to Nonso of Nonso's Diaries. Nonso's Diaries actually came to see me, and she put some money in an envelope and gave it to me and said, this is for you, because nobody ever really gifts the mother anything. Once that baby comes out, nobody cares about the mother, basically. And yes, she's healing and all that. Once in a while, they might throw a glance. It's all about the baby, and that is fine. So for a grown man, somebody's father, to come out and be justifying himself that they didn't ask him if he wants pepper soup, guys, please do better. And those that are defending rubbish, you people should receive sense in Jesus' name. I really appreciate. I want to know what your thought process is, or what you think about this discussion in the comment section. I will appreciate if I can find out what your 2 cents on the matter is. So kindly leave me a comment in the comment section so I know where your head is at. All right, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one.